What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Where do I start with this video? Where do I start? So, let me say this. I've made a video addressing this topic before. Vladtv. Now, DJ Vlad, aka Vladtv, he's been on a warpath against Lil Durk ever since Lil Durk was arrested. And, basically trying to charge him with murder for hire, right? Dirk is trying to fight these charges, saying he did not do that. But Vlad, as soon as Dirk got locked up, Vlad started taking a poll about if Lil Durk was the stupidest criminal he's ever seen and who is stupider, Diddy or Lil Durk, and calling Lil Durk stupid every chance he could get. Every time Vlad is interviewing another rap artist, or even people that aren't connected to rap, people who are much older than Dirk, people who don't even know who Dirk is, Vlad makes it a point to call Dirk stupid or dumb and all of these things, right? He makes it a point to keep on and even when people try to take up for his character in certain ways, Vlad tries to dead it. He tries to say no. And basically shuts it all down immediately, right? And I would allow Vlad, I would leave this whole situation alone if Vlad kept it consistent all the way through, right? Now, is murder for hire okay? No, it's not. Is murder for hire cool at all? No, it's not. Y'all know I'm a Chicago native, I'm a Chicago until Chicago ends. I'm a Chicagoan until Chicago ends. Till we blow like Chicago wind. You hear me? I told y'all, if you cut my arm right now, blood wouldn't come out, mouth salts would fall out. And when it hit the flow, it will form into the numbers 773, Chicago area code. I'm that Chicago, right? However, I am staunchly against gang banging and all of that, right? So, this is not just about Dirk. It's about, I know what Vlad doing. I know what he's doing. Okay, so let me break down this whole situation for y'all. Before Dirk got arrested, Lil Durk hadn't been on Vlad's platform since 2017, right? And he hadn't been on the platform since then because during an interview with Vlad, Dirk talked about him having a baby on the way. Everybody knew he had a baby on the way, but he accidentally revealed the gender of the baby in the middle of him talking and being excited about his baby coming. Dirk asked Vlad, hey, can y'all take out the gender? I don't want people to know the gender yet. I want to just keep that with my people, so can y'all take that out? Vlad somehow doesn't do it, right? He says he forgot it was an oversight or whatever. He didn't do it. And Dirk has never been back to the platform. And in one song, he says, I don't F with Vlad. And now Vlad, after that, initially, before Dirk got arrested, Vlad was telling all the other rappers that know Dirk, man, Dirk doesn't talk to me, man. He's upset with me. I don't know what I did, man. I don't understand. I don't know what I did. I don't know, man. Can you please, man, just tell Dirk, man. I don't know, man. What's going on with man? I don't know what I did. And then he remembers. Oh, I kind of remember, man. And it's kind of, I understand why he's mad at me. I understand, man. He told me to take out the gender of his baby when he was talking about his baby. And somehow one of my interns or somebody didn't do it, and I understand why he's mad. Please, if Lil Durk is listening to this, I'm sorry, Dirk. I'm sorry, man. It's my bad, man. I apologize, man. I'm sorry, Dirk. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. And every time any rapper with any affiliation to Lil Durk came on the platform, before Dirk got arrested, might I add, before Dirk got arrested, after Vlad realized what he did, anytime a rapper came onto Vladtv that had any affiliation with Dirk, he would always make it a point to basically tell the rapper, to tell Dirk he was sorry. He would always express how sorry he was for doing that to Lil Durk and blowing up his gender reveal and all of that. He would always express that to any rapper that know Lil Durk on Vladtv. He was begging for Dirk's forgiveness, begging for his forgiveness. Then as soon as Lil Durk got locked up, Vlad say, fuck him. He's a piece of shit. That's the angle Vlad went with, right? And it's not because Vlad is standing on some moral high ground. Oh, Vlad, because I saw people saying, well, because I commented under one of Vlad's recent interviews where he was talking about Lil Durk again. You know, and I talked about how, Vlad, you were begging Dirk for forgiveness before he got locked up. And now that he's been locked up, you're on a warpath against him. And someone said, well, that was before he found out Lil Durk was out here doing murder for hires and stuff and all of that. That was before he found out what Dirk was doing. And I said, you got to be silly as fuck to think that Vlad gives a fuck about murder for hires or people's lives being taken. He doesn't care. If he did, he would have never interviewed Sammy the Bull on his platform. Sammy the Bull, a man who was responsible for 19 people being gone off of this earth. If he really was standing on a moral high ground, hey, he doesn't like guys who unalive people. I gotta say unalived. I'm sorry, because if I say the K word, I could get demonetized, right? If he really cared about people unaliving other people, if he cared about people who were out here taking people's lives heinously, he wouldn't interview Sammy the Bull. He wouldn't interview these mob bosses and stuff who he knows are responsible for people having their lives taken. He wouldn't interview them on their platform. Better yet, he wouldn't even interview Boosie, because Boosie was sitting on death row at some point. Now the word around town is, I don't know this to be true, that Boosie had somebody else take the rap for all of that stuff, right? You know, but he would never talk like that about Boosie. Why? One, because Boosie continues to feed Boosie and the mob bosses, like the mob. Well, Sammy the Bull wasn't a boss, but you know, he was working for the mob. Those people with mob ties and Boosie and them, they feed the Vladtv machine. They come and do interviews with him. Boosie in particular, he comes and feeds Vlad's YouTube algorithm. He feeds his YouTube channel. I'm sorry. Boosie come in and he asked Boosie to talk about all different type of controversial topics. Boosie is a person who speaks freely, who speaks candidly, and so it will bring in a lot of views to Vladtv. So Vlad is all cool with Boosie and any of these other dudes who are mobsters who have taken lives, you know, because he knows it's profitable for him when they come on his channel. Now, again, I'm not saying Boosie took no life, because I don't know that to be true. Well, all I know is people say, you know, all I know is he was on death row. Not basically, Boosie was on death row at one point. And and people were looking at him like he had taken lives. And then he got out of there, you know, with lawyers and all of that. But I know people who said that Boosie had somebody else take the fall for that, allegedly, right? But off Boosie, these mob bosses, all these mob dudes, Sammy the Bull, all of them, he will never call them stupid and dumb. He will never besmirch their character, none of that, because they are feeding his YouTube machine. The problem with Dirk is, not only that Dirk said, I don't F with Vlad on the song, it's that he don't come back to Vladtv. Vlad was hoping after that apology that Dirk would have a chance, would come back to Vlad. But now he knows that Dirk won't have a chance to come back to Vladtv and do no interviews with him. You know, now he's saying good riddance. Now he's saying F you, Dirk. I got the leg up over you. Now I'm going to trash you for being upset with me for something that Vlad did. Vlad did something wrong. He did something wrong. And all Dirk said was, I don't F with Vlad. Vlad act like Dirk was dissing him in several songs. I don't know where he get that from. Dirk was dissing me in several. I know he only dissed him that one time. And he said, I don't F with Vlad. You know? And Vlad is holding on to that because he know Dirk is never going to go back to that platform. And Dirk doesn't need to come to Vladtv's platform anymore, because at that point, Dirk was one of the top 5 artists in the rap game. I'm not talking about lyrically. I'm not talking because some of y'all gonna be like, he in the top 5 lyricists. I'm talking about as far as stature. And in the mainstream rap world, Dirk was a top 5 artist. And so before Dirk got locked up, though, Vlad realized that having Dirk on that channel would be very beneficial to him coming onto the channel again. So he was trying to be, he was asking for Dirk's forgiveness. He was very cordial with Dirk. He was telling everybody affiliated with Lil Dirk, I'm sorry, Dirk, I'm sorry. And then as soon as he get locked up, you calling him all out of his name, all type of crazy stuff. And it's not because Vlad is against criminals. It's not because Vlad is against people who take people's lives. Because he's not. He's not. Again, if he was, he wouldn't have had Sammy the Bull on his channel, a man who out of his own mouth said he helped to get 19 people up out of here. he had 19 people. He took 19 people up out of here. If Vlad stood on a moral high ground, he wouldn't have Sammy the Bull on that platform where people can watch him talk and expand his brand after he's taken the lives of their family members. I bet you some of the people that Sammy the Bull took off this earth, they family saw that interview, you know, where Vlad is interviewing Sammy the Bull, and they're like, oh my God, now he gets to be famous and ride off into the sunset after taking our loved ones' lives. Vlad ain't caring nothing about that. Vlad trying to make it seem like, well, you know, I'm real cool with Quando Rondo. I'm cool with him, man. And when I found out what Dirk had done, it hurt me, man. It hurt my heart. Bullshit. No, it didn't. You don't know that, man. That's Quando Rondo's a friend of mine. No, he's not. You don't know that. You don't know that, man. You don't know him. You don't know him. You're trying to act like you have a friendship to validate you continually trying to throw shots at Lil Durk. You ain't cool with Quando Rondo like that. Vlad think anybody he interviewed with is his friend. He's silly like that. Think everybody they interview with him is his homeboy, his friend. They did business with you, brother. That's it. You know, and as far as, I'm not validating nobody being taken off of this earth, but I gotta say this too, because everybody acting like Quando Rondo and them was so innocent. I remember after the King Von shooting and all of that, I remember after that happened, what's the boy named Quando Rondo and them was making songs called End the Story and all of that. Because King Von had the crazy story. They was dissing, they was having Lil Durk and King Von lookalikes in videos, acting like they was kidnapping Lil Durk in videos, talking crazy. And then I guess after Quando Rondo realized the severity of doing all of that, that's when he act like, oh man, I was just being a good kid. I was just being humble about the whole situation. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim wasn't humble about taking King Von's life. They wasn't. And I know some of y'all gonna argue King Von wouldn't have been humble either, and he wouldn't have been either. But I'm just telling y'all that Quando Rondo and Lil Tim were not humble about Von's death. They were not initially. They were not. They were after the fact. But at first they were bragging about it and threatening Lil Durk in videos and all of that. So all of that, you know, if that situation would have happened and they would have just been like, you know, hey, yo, man, bad situation happened, yada, yada. You know, it was a terrible situation. We never wanted it to go like that. Okay, cool. I give him the humble card. But immediately after King Von was gone, they was talking crazy. So Dirk, and okay, Lil Pop didn't have anything to do with it, but yeah, Vlad acting like he's just on his crusade for morality. No, you not. No, you not, fam. You got a problem with Lil Durk, and now that he's in jail, now you taking it all out, because Dirk wouldn't come back on your platform to help your channel pop.